What's up, everybody? Tuesdays with Todd, fellow fingerboarders. Yes, we're back for February 22nd, 2011. As always, brought to you by No Comply Distribution, also known as Rinky Dink Distribution. Just want to throw that out there. Yeah, some people. But anyways, little joke. But yeah, we're back. Got a few things to get through tonight. First thing I want to get to, this is actually my second attempt. I didn't delete last week's video and got almost close to the end, and I have ran out of memory on my camera, so I'm doing it again. Make this one quicker so I don't have that problem. Going to be giving away this deck here. Let me see if I can zoom in on this guy. Yep. Center it up. There we go. This is my personal T1 31mm wide deck that I used. This was the first one that I made and put the graphic on. You can see it's a little worn. Like I said, I did use it, so but it's a cool piece nonetheless. All you need to do to be eligible to win this guy right here is comment in the description. Yeah, ask a question, make a comment, ask what's up with Rinky Dink, whatever you want, and I'll pick a random person that commented, and we'll get this right out to you. So check that out. Yep. Also, March 15th on a Tuesday, we're gonna have a little meetup at Pop. Not sure if it'll be in the front or the back, but it will be there nonetheless. There's gonna be some people from out of town coming in, Oklahoma, maybe Tennessee, Kentucky, possibly New Jersey, possibly Montana. It's not all confirmed yet, but I do know that my Oklahomies are going to be coming, so you know they're going to represent. So you guys check it out if you can. March 15th, which is on a Tuesday, and a lot of people got school, but if you're on spring break, make it happen, Captain. Somewhere around 11 o'clock in the morning till whenever. We'll be hanging out doing our thing, so if you guys can make it, get a hold of me, let me know. Just give me a heads up, because we'll have some food and drinks and you know, whatever, you know, so I'll make sure I have enough for everybody. So just want to let you guys know that. Next thing I want to talk to you guys about, you guys may have seen this setup on FFI. Basically, T1s and T2s will soon be made with Real 7 construction, which is basically an alternate construction method. It's a 7-ply. I made 7 plies before, but it was 6 thin plies and then a thick ply in the middle. And what I've done with these is made them more authentic to a real skateboard. Basically, the face and the core plies on the top and the bottom are thin wood. You know, a special thin veneer that I've got. And the cross plies are the normal veneer. So basically, you have, you know, for the long you have thin, and then for the cross it's thick, and then thin in the middle, and then thick, and then thin. You know, there's several benefits to that. One, you know, the thinner the wood that you compress, not can press, but compress. The thinner the wood, the more it takes the shape of the mold. You know, is more inclined to do so. Also, you have, you know, an additional. God, I was never good with math. Would it be 2 glue points or 3 glue points? You know, so more. Even though it's the same thickness, you don't have any more wood. You know, they're actually a tad bit thinner than my normal 5 plies. But you know, having more glue points can only add more, you know, durability and structural strength to the deck. There was never really any problems with my decks, and then, you know, with them being losing pop, being soggy, whatever, you know. But this is just another way, because I'm the type of person that, you know, I like to replicate anything in miniature that I can. So, you know, and since the T1 mold was designed based, you know, as a replica of a real skateboard, you know, to an extent, you know, I think it's only right to do it with 7 plies. T2 will basically be the same concave, slightly more concave, and a little bit higher kicks, nose and tail. So that'll be the difference in the T1, T2. So I want to let you guys know that. Also, 2 things related to deck production. Wilkshake mold decks will be up tomorrow night, Wednesday night. Got a little bit behind. Kim has been sick. Had her at the ER on Saturday morning. She's still sick, and Ashlyn became sick over the last couple of days. So I've been kind of playing Dr. Dad around the house. So exercising real family values, if you know what I mean. Sorry, you can ask about that one in the comments too if you want. Anyway, so it's put me a little behind. Not complaining one bit, but life happens. So check those out tomorrow night. Also relating to deck production. Otherwise, besides the remaining Wilkshake decks that I have to finish pressing out, and the kind of decks, basically deck production has ceased for now. Again, I don't know if you guys heard, but a couple of weeks ago I was talking about getting some new molds, new shaping, some new equipment. It'll take a little while to get it all set up, all figured out, all running smooth. So during that time, I'm not going to be making any decks. Everything else will be on side: wheels, grip, tuning. Trucks will be back soon. A few other things. So and I'll be working on the new website during that time too. But I want to let you guys know that as well. So you can still order a custom deck if you want. I can still do everything with my old methods in between times. So those will still be up, but normal stock decks won't be up for probably about a month or so. So, but other than what's still on the site that I actually still have available. So want to fill you in on that. A couple things right quick. I want to show you guys the packaging for the Smoothies wheels. Basically, originally I was going to do a limited run. First 10 or 12 was going to have a little pop top cup looking deal that they were stored in. Couldn't manage to get the manufacturer to sell them to me empty because it's a proprietary product to them. So no problem. I went in a different direction with it. I had this idea in my head all along, but I found something that actually I think will work better. So basically, what we got here is the Smoothies wheels packaging. Yes, looks like a little smoothie. I kind of designed the label to look like what you might see on a smoothie. It's got a little cornucopia over here with a simulated basket of fruit, which is no comply wheels falling out. Also has the nutrition facts on the back. Excuse me. It talks about serving size 4 wheels, servings per container 1. That's an obvious no-brainer. It talks about value, realism, or not realism. Happiness in your purchase, 100% of course. Also talks about carbon and oxygen, 2 main components of the material used to make the wheels. So, just kind of a realistic, creative approach to it. Some of these will be yellow, pink, blue, whatever colors. But basically what happens is you get your package, you just pull the straw, pops it open, and you find your wheels, your Smoothies wheels down inside of a Smoothies cup. How cool is that? Yeah. So basically that's going on there. It's got the web address on the side. And I have some of the containers on their way to me. The labels are being printed. I just did this one myself, but they're actually being professionally printed. So it's going to be another week or so before these are ready. But yeah, I just want to show these to you guys. I'll put a note at the top of the site whenever they're ready and when they'll start shipping in the package. So, you always got a cool little cup you can put on your desk, your park, whatever. Store your wheels, store your parts in it if you want. I'll dump the wheels out, put your bushings, your washers, extra nuts, bolts, nuts and bolts from people who lost them that you found. Yeah, anyways, that was bad. Just want to show them to you guys. And a couple more things right quick. I want to show you guys this. Sorry, man, the zoom doesn't work too good on some of this stuff. Basically, I want to show you guys a representation from for the ReVo skates. I've shown a few people these, but I want to let everybody see what's coming up. But this is actually a sketch of the boot and sole plate at the bottom. I'll try to break this down for you quick. Basically, sole plate across the bottom is removable. The top part will be solid with the exception of the hole in the middle for your finger. Probably be a large hole with, I'm not for sure that I can get the liners pulled off right yet, but what you can do is stack grip tape. It'll come with a liner in it, but if your fingers are smaller, you can simply just pop a piece of craft foam in there as a spacer to make it fit your finger tight. And obviously this is too big. I printed it big so it was able to be seen, but basically the boot will be cast in one solid piece and the sole plate will be one solid piece, and then I'll go back and hand paint the color details on all the parts. So in a way it'll work is the frames will be at the bottom, of course, and there'll be 2 holes, and everything will screw straight through into the boot. So the 2 screws will mount the sole plate, the frame through the sole plate into the boot, and the screws will screw into the boot. So, and the screws will be recessed in the frame, so you won't ever hang up on them or anything. So, kind of just like real aggressive skates. So I wanted to get something that was realistic looking but had a cartoonish aspect to it. So I think my design guy did a pretty good job on that. So we'll see. It's going to be a little while yet before they're ready to go. I'm hoping to have the mold here before too long. So as soon as I can get a prototype pair done, well, the first pair made to show you guys, we'll get that shown to you. So I'm going to show you guys that one time. Thank you very much. All this stuff coming from Rinky Dink Distribution. That's amazing, ain't it? I would never thought that. Yes. Let me show you these stickers real quick, and then we'll show you this other thing. Basically, I've had a few people ask me what kind of stickers are going out now. I've gotten some that are professionally printed. Not sure you can see the gloss, but these are 2 by 3 inch. Has looks like the design at the bottom of FFI for our ad, if you guys have seen that. A couple of those go out. These are new ones that haven't been going out, but they will soon. These are 1.5 inch rounds, kind of the same design. Yeah. Also the die cut vinyls, as you can see where it's blue is the sticker, all the white is actually a void. So there's those, a couple of those that go out. Also the 3/4 inch round stickers are going out as well. Yep, there you go. There's a couple of those, and there's another design. It's kind of the same as that other one, and there's a smaller version of the repeating pattern. Phil over at Affliction he thought they kind of looked like 3-dimensional kind of deal. They do. They kind of. I mean, it's cool, man. They do look like that. So I thought that was cool. He noticed that. These here are 1 inch rounds. I did actually just get some more ordered, some 2 by 2 squares, and some more of the 3/4 inch rounds ordered. Last item of business. I broke this open when I did my first filming, so I can't do it again. But basically, this is a new product we're going to have here in the next week to 2 weeks. Basically, you can get a candle or skate wax and use for fingerboarding. Everybody knows that. It's simple to do, no biggie. But I kind of have been wanting to do this for a little while, and decided to take it in a totally different approach. Basically, what we're going to have here is curb snot fingerboard wax. This beep ain't just melted candles. And it's true because, I played around with some different types of wax and oils and different things, some non-corrosive waxes and oils, so to speak, that, won't affect your trucks or anything like that. So basically, as you can tell, it's a lip balm tube. As you know how lip balm works, you can screw it up, screw it down. Like I said, this will be shrink wrapped. I broke this off just a while ago when I did this video when I ran out of room, but you can break that off and peel that off just like just like lip balm, whatever, and just pop the cap off when you need to wax down your curb. It's perfect size. You don't get wax on your hands. You put it in your pocket. You don't get chunks of wax in your pocket. You put it in your fingerboard box. It's not going to bounce around and break off or get waxy residue on your wheels or your grip tape. Pocketable, ready to go anytime you need wax. So it's fingerboard wax. Is it really necessary when you can use a candle? No. But you know me by now that I like to be creative and do some unique stuff, and with the curb snot here, I'm just kidding. Yeah, you know, so that's the deal with that. You know, it's different. I mean, who's thought of doing this? If someone has, I have missed it, but I've never seen anything like this before. So, you know, just screw it out, wax your curb, screw it back in, and put it in your pocket, going about your business. Never get wax on your sit-ups, never get wax on anything you don't want it on. So that's that. Like I said, I've got the labels are actually being professionally printed, and you know, like I said, it's a custom blend of waxes that I came up with through some testing that seemed to work best. So you know, it's not just melted candles and crayons and Crisco in a pot. You know, it's legitimate, you know, raw materials that, you know, I formulated to work best, in my opinion. Just my opinion. So you guys may think differently, but you know, from the first stuff that I tried, it seems to work pretty good. So I'm about to run out of time again. Man, I couldn't make it quick. So we'll wrap it up because we are out of time. I thank you guys as always for tuning in to Rinky Dink Distribution's weekly segment in all its glory. I appreciate everything, guys. The support your legit fingerboard companies worldwide. We'll see you next time.